All right, guys, we are back. It's day 6, supporting your group. So hopefully you have sent out your invites. You can see how this all builds on each other, right? You make a list, you learn how to invite, you send out your invites. Now you're going to have a group of people, okay? This is something that is preparing you for the yeses that you're going to get, supporting your challenge group, okay? What are we going to talk about? Resources, how to manage your group, success partners, co-coaching. Again, we're using the 7-day quick start. You should have that by now. All right, Beachbody Resources. Product toolkits. They have made this so easy for you. So incredibly easy. Every program, including Shakeology and the Ultimate Reset, has a challenge group guide. Every one. Those challenge group guides, basically what they are, it's a guide to post, for something to post every single day in your Facebook group. Now, do I post every day in my Facebook group? Every day? No, probably not. But 6 days a week? Sure. 5 days a week? Most definitely. And I use the challenge group guides because there's great content in them. Sometimes there's a video from the trainer talking about, what's going to happen this week. Sometimes it's a question. Questions are really, really great. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Product training guides. If you don't know about a product, there is a training guide for you. You don't necessarily have to do all the programs in order to get somebody into the right program. There are participant and coach starter guides. In other words, what's this going to have? Well, it's going to have the commitments for your participant and what they're going to need. So you don't need to think, oh, gee, P90X. Well, what do I need? I need a pull-up bar, and I need some weights, and I need a yoga mat. Think about that. The P90X guide has a list that you copy. Here's all the equipment you will need for P90X or Body Beast or Les Mills Pump or whatever product you're going to do or you're going to coach your people through. Same thing as a coach. What are you going to need in order to coach this group? It's all in the guide. Very simple. Again, available for every program plus Shakeology. We also have 90-10 nutrition or 90-10 challenge group guides that are available. The 90-10 group concept is something that Ryan Chapman came up with. It's 90% good quality whole foods, 10% you can cheat a little bit. That is an incredibly successful challenge group model. It's also an incredibly successful nutrition plan. I mean, it's successful because it works. And don't forget about the video library. Really great resources in the video library that you can use. Also, Beachbody's forums at teambeachbody.com. Great place to get answers, okay? And I think this last statement kind of sums it up, right? You don't have to know everything, but you do have to know where to find everything. I practiced law for 10 years before I did this business, and this was my mantra right here. I don't have to know everything, but I need to know where to find the answer, okay? I can't know everything within the scope of this huge law business. What I can do is I can learn how to find answers, and that's all you really need to learn how to do. You don't need to memorize all this stuff. It's all there for you. You just need to know where to find it, and it's all in the Coach Online office. It's under Sales and Marketing, Product Toolkits, and Beachbody Challenge, I think is the other tab there. Group activity. This is about managing your group, okay? And I have to say, this is a preface, my favorite part of being a coach is this, okay? This is my favorite part of being a coach, coaching people through fitness programs. It's one of the things that I find to be truly, truly rewarding about this business is that I get to help people go through something like P90X, which I know is very, very difficult, and I know where their pitfalls are in it, and that's what I get to help them avoid. Here's a couple of tips that I think will really help you. Every day, be active, right? Now, what I say earlier, every day is the aspiration. Got to be there 6 days a week for sure, okay? And you need to be posting something in the group, not just answering questions, but posting something. Post things that have a call to action, right? Click like if you did this. Tell the group what you think. What do you think? Ask a lot of questions. Is anybody else feeling like this? Okay, I always like to ask the question, my best questions for people that I'm coaching on the fitness side of things is, how do you feel, right? So somebody will tell me, I don't know if I should eat this many calories or that many calories or this or that, the other thing. How do you feel? How do you feel? Do you feel like you're eating too many calories? Do you feel like you don't have enough food? Do you feel like if you eat a high carbohydrate diet, you feel kind of bloated or swollen or like you have inflammation in your joints? Or is it the other way around? You feel like you have tons of energy, you feel great. How do you feel? is a key question that gets people to identify with what they're doing on the fitness and nutrition side of their life that's causing them to feel a certain way. I'm sore today. You know, if you're like me, you kind of like that feeling. You're like, yeah, I did something yesterday. Soreness feels good. But asking those types of questions, getting people to really be active. Use visual posts, post videos, post pictures. Pictures with motivational quotes are outstanding. I think that more and more people pay attention to that type of stuff. And Facebook in particular has made it so easy to share this type of content. You know, if you're not familiar with that, we're April of 2013, so Facebook changes all the time. But right now, pretty much every post that comes up, there's a share button. You can click the share button, you can click in a group, and you can go find your challenge group, and you can share it straight into the group, okay? It really couldn't be easier, and this is something that can have a really huge impact. What I do is, let's talk about insanity, right? I have a big challenge group. It's called the Insane Ward. Big, huge challenge group. We co-coach it. I'll talk about that in a minute. And it's all about insanity, though. Like, that's it. It's only insanity and asylum. All Sean's stuff. And we have some hip-hop abs people, too, and we'll have T25 people as well. But one of the things I do is I follow Sean's page. Okay, so I have it marked so that his updates, I get them all. So I know what Sean's talking about. And what do? I just share his stuff in the group, right? If Sean's got something cool, like right now Sean is doing Insanity, and so he's posting a lot of stuff about doing the actual workouts. That's such great content for my group. That gets people fired up when they know that they did the same workout today that Sean did, that he did max plyo cardio or whatever, max plyo circuit today, and they're doing the same workout. It's like, wow, you know, I'm fired up. I'm going to go do that. So that really is a huge part of managing your groups. Success partners. I love success partners. I have quite a few success partners. Some of them are Beachbody coaches, some are not. But I find that having somebody to talk to on a regular basis holds me accountable. So I get on the phone with my success partner once a week and we say, okay, here's what I did last week. What are you going to do next week? Here's the things I'm going to do next week. And then we have some notes. We make some notes. And then the following week, do I always get it done? No. But most of the time, I do. Why? Because I don't want to let my success partner down. Same thing with him. He's going, you know, hey, I'm going to do what I'm going to do, what I said I was going to do, because I'm going to be held accountable. And that's what success partners are all about. It's very simple. Very, very simple. This is a really good idea for your challenge groups. You know, especially, you know, if you have an even number of people, right? If you have 5, it's kind of hard unless you're going to be part of that success club or success partner pairing. Pair the people up and just do it for them, you know? Sometimes they'll hit it off, sometimes they won't. You know, and sometimes this works brilliantly, sometimes it doesn't. It's always worth trying, okay? Recommend phone calls, but don't require it. A text message is often just as good. Did you work out today? Or report in. All I want you to do, here's your phone number for your success partner. I want you to text them when you're done with your workout. Not when you're gonna do it, but when you're done with your workout. Or, you know, when you're done with your nutrition intake for the day, or you've had your Shakeology, or whatever it is you guys are focused on. Get people to hold themselves accountable. And again, you can change or you can leave it throughout. You know, these are all things I want you to play with. You know, there is a very real sort of, you know, learn on the job thing that's going on here, and you got to figure out whether this is going to be a good concept for you or not. I think it's very good. Here's another one I love, co-coaching groups. So a lot of what Beachbody is going to talk to you about as you go through their training is you on your own organizing a challenge group of 5 people, okay? And that's okay, and that works, and believe me, that's a great business model. It's why we're training on it, okay? Here's what I think is even more effective. You and 3 other coaches, or 2 other coaches, so there's 3 of you total, each get 5 people. So now your challenge group consists of the 15 customers and 3 coaches, or 20 customers and 4 coaches. My Body Beast group is a lot like that. Like we have, you know, I think we have 4 or 5 coaches now, and about 35, 40 people in the group. I've lost track of how many people are in there because they're adding people to the group on a consistent basis. And the Insane Ward group is like that too. I think we've got more like 15 or 20 coaches in that group, but the group has almost 200 people in it. So everybody's adding people to this group. That one's a little bit out of control. I like the Body Beast one a little bit better. I think it's a little more manageable and a little easier to sort of know who brought who into the party. So I'd like 2 other coaches. That's a total of 3 coaches, 15 customers around there. What you do when you do that is you make sure that somebody is going to be in there every single day. You've got 3 coaches, and if you all have the understanding, okay, we've all got the challenge group guide. We're all responsible for posting in the group. So if you get up and you're the first person, go post in the group. And if you notice that we're nearing the end of the day and no one's posted, post. Copy the post and post it in the group for whatever day it is. It works really, really well. I think it's also really good when you're new. If you're not comfortable with this, it's easy for me to explain this to you because I've done it a lot of times. But if you're new, this can be a little bit daunting and a little bit overwhelming. Don't let it be. Grab your sponsor and tell him, hey, I saw this video with Dave Ward. You can direct him to this page. I saw this video with Dave Ward, and he's talking about us doing a group together. Would you be open to that? If they're not, go to the Fit Club Network Future Diamonds Facebook page and go in there and find somebody who's doing the program you want to do and who wants to organize and co-coach a group with you. It's a great concept. I love it. Homework. Always got homework, right? Continue inviting people to your challenge. Okay? You should have a list of 30 people minimum that you're going to be inviting to the challenge. If you haven't invited them all because you just made this list yesterday, that's fine. Keep going. Follow the invitation guides. Again, don't overwhelm them with information. You should be asking more questions than you are talking. Okay? Ask questions. Ask questions and listen. Don't worry about being perfect. Again, we talked about that yesterday. This is not about perfection. Okay? This is about being willing to make mistakes and learn from those mistakes. Make sure you download the product tools that you need for your challenge group. Okay, so you've set a date now. You know when your guys are going to start. You know what you're going to do. Now you need to go download that product tools and make sure that you've got that there. And make sure too, if you've got people who are in the group and you've enrolled them already and they're ready to go, or once that happens, that you're sending them the commitments from the group so that they know what equipment they need, And so you've got plenty of lead time to get this all together. All right, that, my friends, is day 6. Tomorrow is day 7. Can you believe that tomorrow you're going to have a fully functional business? We're going to show you how to track your progress in that business tomorrow, and I will talk to you then.